Hello, it is Tuesday, which means it is Reviews Day Tuesday. It is time once again for the Quiet as Mouse book club, and this time I am reviewing The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. This book was published in 1925 and it is set in 1922. The story is told by Nick Carraway, who rents a small house in West Egg on Long Island, which is near to the more grand East Egg. He lives next to a large mansion owned by J. Gatsby, a mysterious man, a millionaire who throws lavish parties. His life is intertwined with that of Daisy, Nick's cousin, who lives on East Egg with her husband Tom, who Nick also knows through college. The story is about how these characters come together and fall apart. I first read this book a while ago, maybe 7 years ago. I didn't get on with it too well the first time round, so I wanted to have another go. I did get on with it much better this time. So much happens below the surface and it's quite easy to get trapped on the surface and to not become involved in the story and in the often quite shallow characters, which I suspect is what happened to past me. I think this book is a lot more interesting and enjoyable when you dive right in and you delve into the characters and their motives and their choices, although I did still often feel quite distant from everything. I wasn't cured of that this time round. It's beautifully written and it's in appreciating the language that I most see what all the fuss is about. It's very lyrical and symbolic and descriptive. You can see why it is studied and why it is read again and again. The book has a lot to say about decadence and money and class and regret, and I found that interesting. Although I enjoyed the characters, their journeys, their eccentricities, their characterisation, I couldn't say that I ever particularly cared about them. Maybe at the end, maybe in the last chapter. So yeah, I'm glad that I read this book again. I'm glad that I gave it another try. I did enjoy and value it a lot more this time. I still wouldn't consider myself one of the many people who think it one of the greatest novels of all time, but it has depth and it has historical importance and a lot to enjoy. I will give The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald 3.8 out of 5. So next books, on the 5th of April I will be reviewing Room by Emma Donoghue, and then on the 19th of April I will be reviewing The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. I saw the Jeff Wayne musical adaptation last week on stage, so I kind of want to read the book now. I would love to know your thoughts on The Great Gatsby if you have read it. Also, there are quite a few film adaptations. Are there any that you particularly recommend for me to watch? I hope you have a great day, and I will see you later on in the week.